Namaskar. 𝗤𝗍𝗏𝗏 ki. Please tell me if you can hear me, and just a small thing saying that you're able to hear my voice is good, because I'm doing this thing solo. I just need to make sure that my voice is coming across. This video is a little bit of connecting the dots exercise. I'm going to tell you what has been doing the rounds in social media, and I can guarantee you that nobody is going to say this is what exactly happened. We are just trying to connect the dots, because we need to try and understand why did the United States suddenly intervene in this whole thing and said call off the ceasefire, because the ceasefire, whatever called off, lasted barely 1.5 hours, and Pakistan went back to what it does best, which is to go and try and provoke across the line of control. Now, late night last night, there were firing going on. They are trying to take aim at Shimla now. Shimla is a little bit interior, and they seem to be training their guns at that one. And these things will play itself out in the next few hours. But something very interesting happened yesterday. That's what I'm going to talk about. Just 3 slides to share with you. But before that, I'm just going to say what happened yesterday. There were 2 quakes in Pakistan. 5.7 Richter scale in our Balochistan area, and another one, very interestingly, at 1:44 a.m. 1:44 a.m. Saturday morning, there was another quake of Richter scale 4.0. We are on Sunday today, so about 28, 29 hours ago. Was this a nuclear test? Well, again, this is purely speculative in nature. We are just asking questions. We are not going to say one way or the other, and perhaps even the Indian government will stay tight-lipped on this, but you will start finding this out if there is going to be any radiation fallout or something of that nature. Sargodha, the thing that India took out of Pakistan, what was it? So all these things in this monologue, it will only take us 2 or 3 more minutes, and I'll finish it. Then if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So let's take a quick look at this slide deck. So what happened? This is, again, connecting the dots. India hit the Kirana hills, or called Kirna sometimes. This is the place which is very close to the Sargodha, and it is believed that that is where there are nuclear warheads of Pakistan that are housed. And Pakistan became desperate when this hit happened and did a nuclear test of Richter 4.0. This is what is being shared in the social media. And what happened was that China knew what Pakistan was going to do. Evidently, they informed J.D. Vance, the vice president, as well as Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, which is when Trump intervened. And interestingly, yesterday, if you've been following Republic News, there was a lot of stuff going on, and suddenly there was a drop. Arnab Goswami went quiet. I don't know why he did that, but we are again connecting the dots. Was this a precision strike on part of India at the entrance of the Kirna Hills? Let's just take a quick look at, we have some pictures also, and just take a quick look at it. We are putting the references here. We are not drawing any conclusions, because these days with AI, you can do some fancy stuff. What you need to do if you want to be absolutely getting to the bottom of this is look at the links and try to trace it down, because each one has another reference to connect it to it. Go to that one to get a real idea of what might have transferred. So this time was 4:12 p.m. yesterday, 5/10/25. That is Saturday at 4:12 p.m. Okay. Now Sargodha hit, you know that it happened during daytime yesterday, right? So the whole thing was to have taken place at 1:44 a.m. on Saturday. So if you look at this timeline, this is 4:12 p.m. So it's you're talking about 15 hours before that. 1:44 a.m. is when the 4.0 quake was registered in Pakistan. Now, here is another interesting story. And warning strike by Indian Air Force on the entrance tunnel of Pakistan's nuclear weapon storage facility at Kirana Hills near Sargodha. Remember, that's why I said Sargodha incident was something that really shook them up. Now, you take a look at this handle, Jaydev Jamwal, because he has actually taken a picture of this, and I'm going to show you the picture. This was what was seen when the incident happened. Does it look like a cloud? Well, it does, and it's not clear whether this was the strike by India or whether it was the actual test. We don't know. At 1:44 a.m., clearly there would have been not any light. You would have had to use infrared to take a look at this picture. So at this, I think this is the actual strike at Kirana Hills. It's little unclear to me whether it's Kirana or Kirana Hills. So this is the backdrop against which all the things happened yesterday, and of course ceasefire was done, but India had proved its point that India can take out its nuclear facility, that is Pakistan's nuclear facilities, whatever little form. The US has a lot of questions to answer. Did they not think that they had all the detonator codes, and therefore they had total control over the nuclear program of Pakistan? Then how did they detonate this mini whatever missile device? 4.0 earthquake is not very big. At the same time, it's not very small either. So is there somebody else who's helping them in this? And if that is the case, who is that? A lot of other things are going on. Saudi Arabian officials had come and visited Pakistan a few days ago. Was there any other thing that was being exchanged? So this community is very cagey. I can tell you that. Very, very cagey. They don't share their things, and they're all united only in their hatred of kafirs. And the logic, what is that? They don't know what it is. So this is where things stand right now. And I think more light will emerge today. This is far too serious an incident to just say, okay, sweep it under the carpet and say, yeah, done. Nothing is going to happen. At the same time, there is going to be pressure, and I think it also points to perhaps a split in the ranks of the army in Pakistan, that some are going rogue, and which is why the LOC fire commenced yesterday evening, and that there are others who wanted to abide by the ceasefire. That's one possibility. The other possibility is whether they started doing that after they got the money from the IMF, in which case now Trump and his administration has egg on their faces. This is where things stand right now. We'll be back at 10 o'clock in Hindi with Sumit Peer, and we're going to be talking about not just this, but all the other things that have happened in the last 24 hours. Do come back and join us for that. Let me see here. Here is an interesting story. 𝗏𝗡𝗙 says, word on the street is that Munir threatened to go rogue with nukes which alarm US. Don't know how true this is. That means Pakistan nuke should be taken out. It is in dangerous hands. So this is what I told you. This is what I told you. This is what India did. And GAN Insights, I had actually told you guys that I'm trying to get information, and that's why it was delayed. So I'm going to spam you. Sorry, don't spam the channel. And I have also added the video references, and you will find all that if you go to the description part. Okay, here's the usual people saying that it is easy. I don't even know if these people are Hindus or not. It is easy to sit in an AC room and text about others not doing anything, since it's not our behind on the line. So what are you suggesting? Go and sit there and take the picture? How can you get there? I mean, Praveen, be a little responsible in trying to make these kinds of comments. We are analyzing what we see 24 hours later. Okay, if it's up to you whether you want to take it or not. I never say what I'm saying is gospel truth. I always say this is my belief. It is our view. It is our data that seems to point in this direction. That's all. You don't have to believe us. Let's see. So there are other people also who have posted the earthquake from Afghanistan also. And see, this is clearly a PAK bot handle where they're using an Indian name for that. It's okay. Don't give too serious looks, or don't give too much attention to what is happening. And you're going to see more of this. This is the last one. J.K. Srinath wants to say, there is China involved with this ceasefire. Just put the 2 and 2 together related to tariffs and you will know. So this is where we stand, viewers. And last one, thank you, Y, for your generous donation. I respect you, sir, but I got to ask, what would it take for you to criticize the government for its massively stupid decision this once in a while? Look, please don't think that way. There are many things that cannot be shared in public. And that's why, see, yesterday's three general conversation is a one-of-a-kind conversation. You're not going to get three people sitting and giving us various perspectives on what happened. Please go back and watch that. And a lot of things were said but left unsaid. It's your ability to connect the dots that will tell you what exactly is going on. India knows what it's doing, and you have to go get behind the people who are in power. At least now you understand there is a reasonable explanation on what played out yesterday. Very important day, 10th of May 2025. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.